What is up, guys? Welcome to your reading. It is Friday. I'm amazed that I feel like sitting down and doing this. I had my second IV iron infusion today. So far, I definitely don't feel as bad as I did. Got the death card though. I made this little setup so you guys could kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, great. Let's do a past, present, and future for whoever's watching this video. Timeless video. Time is linear on the relative, but in consciousness, it has no limits. And you are consciousness itself. So, from that perspective, you have no limits. Page of Cups. Just gonna chit chat while I pull out some cards. And then I'm gonna do, why don't I do this? I don't know. I'm gonna try something new, but I'm gonna do 2 layers. And then the third layer I'll put on Patreon. Maybe find a use for my Patreon. I've been kicking around what I'm going to do with that. So if you resonate with this video, then the link will be in the description for the third layer. All right, we got 2 of Swords. We got 8 of Swords. We got the World, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Shaping up to be quite the reading right now. One more. We get one more for the future. Eight of Cups. I got Olivia Rodrigo stuck in my head. Good artist to have stuck in your head. Oh, is there anything else I need to catch you guys up on? No, not really. All right, so we have the Death card in the past, followed by the Page of Cups and the 2 of Swords. So there was an ending in the past. I can't think of what Page of Cups is right now. I'm not connecting with it. Sometimes people get mad when I don't tell the face value of the card, how they see it, but that's not always what I'm searching for. Anyway, be right back. I know we're not perfect, but okay. People on my street. All right. Father, Mother, God, please be with me as I do this reading. Please help me to get clarity. Please help something I say to be useful to someone watching me today. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a figure guided by dreams and feelings. This tarot card suggests that there are opportunities coming your way with endless possibilities. Keep your heart and mind open and let your intuition guide the way. Okay, yeah, that is looking like, so you had the painful ending and you knew you had to walk away from it. It was really painful, but you did everything that you could, and you let your intuition lead one step after another. And then this 2 of Swords kind of indicates having doubts about it. And this is just like surface, like one layer, but it will get like richer the deeper we go. Okay, that was in the distant past. And then in the present, we've got the 8 of Swords, the World, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the 8 of Swords is about having just feeling trapped, but it's mostly like a mental block, some type of a mental block, or yeah, just something that you could get past if only you were able to transcend it. And this is in the present, so it looks like this Eight of Swords is showing up to help. Well, it's coming up because it's time for you to get past it. The world is the end of a cycle, so you are closing out something that's really painful that has to do with the past here. The ending that was like really eventful in your life, um, and just following your intuition as your guide to get you through it. Having doubts, waffling, being in disbelief that your life looks this way now after probably a long time of it looking however it looked before that thing died. And it could be like, could be anything. We'll see once we get more layers, but it could have been love. It could be empty nest. It could be losing a job. There's all kinds of things that it could be moving. But it was a very significant part of your life. Okay, yeah, and then in the present, you're really being confronted with, like, Eckhart Tolle talks about whenever the pain body dies, it throws its final, like, it has its, like, it's like a cat in a, he doesn't say this, but it's like a floppy fish on a boat, uh, fighting for its life. And so it's usually the worst before you really do transcend it. And that's what's happening with the world. And that's wild. It's happening right now. Like, you are transcending something, but it feels the worst before you do. This is literally right now in the middle of the whole reading out of 9 cards. This is the very center of the present. So it's coming up for you to see it one last time so you can rise above it and start something new. And then what you're starting is stability. This is Queen of Pentacles. So this is stability in your domestic life. So your home, your body, wherever you feel really safe and secure, when you're not putting yourself out there. Like, this is you really finally having some, like, solid footing in your life. And this is in the present. Okay, and then in the immediate future, we've got the Queen of Swords. By the way, I really am trying to get away from comparing my own life to these cards, because I've heard, I took a tarot course and they said that's really when you get good, is when you just read the cards and not have any idea who you're reading them for. But like I said, I did set the intention for whoever's watching this timeless reading. Okay, and then in the immediate future, we've got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups. So Queen of Swords is, let me get some help on that. I know it's like some kind of a truth. Yes, and the truth can be confrontational at times. So it's some kind of truth, but let me just see what else I can get. Fierce, straightforward leader who attacks problems head on. She doesn't use euphemisms or dance around harsh truths. Others are impressed with her ability to solve conflict with a remarkable quick wit and penchant for bold, direct action. Okay, yeah, full disclosure for me. I mean, I can't help but what I'm thinking about is, when having doubts about this thing that ended in the past, and just a reminder, it's coming up for you to see it once and for all, and have like be way more rooted in yourself rather than in whatever it was that ended. And then this is like basically every time you feel a little bit of that pull towards the past, the Queen of Swords is showing that you're not settling for the dream anymore. Like you're not going back based on a dream of what you wished it would have been. You're seeing that it wasn't that, it's still not that, and that's helping you cut those final tethers. That's the Queen of Swords. It's not just truth, but it's cutting ties too. In this case, cutting ties to whatever ended in the past. And then the Queen of Wands, I'll get some more help on this too, but Queen of Wands is trusting that whatever you need is going to show up. Whatever ended, it might not work out with whatever ended, but this is you trusting that whatever you need, whenever a void shows up or when a void opens up in your life, this Queen of Wands knows that something will show up to fill it, whether that's a new friend, support for grief, a new job, a promotion, a new partner, whatever it is. The Queen of Wands knows. She doesn't have to do anything. She gets what she needs. And then the Eight of Cups is walking away from some. Yeah, and this is showing like that you're walking away from this thing in the past once and for all. Like I said, it'll get deeper. We'll get another layer. Let me get the Queen of Wands too. I don't really need help on that one, but I don't want to just read this at face value. So I want to get a little bit more insight, but a lot of it really is coming together for me. The message. It's time to turn heads and change minds. Step out of the Spider Knight's shadows and into the limelight because your vision is ready to be shared with a captive audience. Just because I read the Cat Full of Spiders guidebook on it, it sounds like if you're inspired to write a song or share a letter or I guess talk about this ending, whatever this happened and how meaningful it was and the lessons that you've learned, this is showing that in the future, one, you'll have a lot more clarity about it, and maybe you might find yourself actually making some kind of art that's moving to people. And then the Eight of Cups is walking away, but we'll get clarity. Let's see what that could be pertaining to. Failure, something in your life has fallen apart. Sometimes the only option is to walk away from a hopeless situation and come up with a brand new strategy. It also says April feels discouraged when she sees that the tyrannical tiger guards the remaining cups. How can a little girl possibly face such a powerful foe and win? And yeah, I guess the little girl is leaving the cups behind because there's a tiger guarding them. And cups represent love and meaning. And sometimes love isn't enough. And the fact that this is cups means it's probably not a job. It's probably, whatever it is, I guess sometimes cups are creativity. So if your heart's in it, you're leaving behind something that really was like half your heart, at least your whole heart maybe, and you're leaving all those cups behind. But you've probably been working on that for a while anyway, but this might be just like one final one final go of it. It's Taurus season now, so Aries season initiated a bunch of stuff, and now you're kind of coasting towards whatever got initiated in Aries season. All right, let's clarify the death card. Oh yeah, I'm not taking reversals this time either. Okay, so we've got the Fool, the King of Wands clarifying the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands clarifying the Two of Swords. All right, so the Fool, so something ended, and this is you setting out on a new foot. So this death card is getting confirmed that this was you walking away from something that had to end and starting out anew. Okay, King of Wands is clarifying the Page of Cups. Yeah, so Page of Cups is following your intuition, and the King of Wands is like knowing, like inspired action, knowing what steps to take, like not being afraid to really act, do whatever it is that whatever you needed to do to have this end. The King of Wands was like you had power and intellect to do whatever, like you really deserve all the credit for whatever it is you needed to do to step out into your life after this thing ended, and to let it die too, because that takes courage. But it just, when something dies, like it's painful for so long until you're just wishing for death. And this was, you didn't want to die yourself, so you let the thing die instead. That's like a big initiation of maturity in life, and it sucks. But the spice of life, yada yada. Okay, and then we've got the Seven of Wands clarifying the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords was having doubts, kind of like missing the past, and also confronting everything you were afraid of that made you stay in the past for so long. It's like you got both of these reasons kind of making you want to go back to the past. And then the Seven of Wands is like saying, but you need to have boundaries. Like you can't choose the past anymore because you have to have boundaries so you don't get hurt. Okay, clarify what we've got going on in the present. Clarify Eight of Wands. I've been so tempted to reach out to my ex. Man, I swear. It's normal though. And missing doesn't mean that they were right for you or that you didn't do the right thing by leaving. Plus, I know if I did, it would just go how it always went. Clarify for the audience. Clarify the present, Eight of Swords, the World, Queen of Pentacles. All right, we got the Tower, clarifying the Eight of Swords. We got the Emperor, clarifying the World. The Hermit, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. We got the Seven of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords. And we got the Queen of Cups, clarifying the Queen of Wands. Got a ton of court cards. And since this is almost done, let's just go ahead and get clarify the Eight of Cups. Pardon me. Pardon me, sir. All right, I'll have this wait for a second. It's not wanting to come out. All right, so the Tower, clarifying the Eight of Swords. Okay, yeah, so the Eight of Swords was everything coming up for you to finally transcend it. And the Tower is just any residual idealism you had about the past and all its potential. The Tower is coming up to help you get out of your head, because once you finally know that the past is over, you're not going to entertain waffling about it anymore. You're not going to have to remind yourself to have boundaries anymore, because you're just going to know it's done. Tower is final. It's shocking. It's clean. It's instant. It's irreversible. The Emperor is clarifying the world. All right, let me get some clarity about the Emperor, or some assistance. Give my little lifeline, the Emperor. Emperor is a strong, stable patriarch who values structure and rigidity and has some wisdom for you. You can't have healthy crops without first working the land and sowing the seeds. If your plans aren't built on solid foundations, they crumble. Behave with discipline and practicality, and you'll be rewarded for your efforts. That was like such a lesson that I learned last year. Also, that's wild that it comes immediately after the Tower, because the Tower is also about, like, if you build your house on sand, it's going to fall. There's like a nursery rhyme from the Bible that's like, or, you know, inspired by the Bible, but something about, I don't know, like Jacob or somebody. Jacob built his house upon the sand and blah, blah, blah. And then the waters come and wash it away. I'm butchering it. My memory is terrible. But so yeah, this is just basically, it's clarifying the world though. And so yeah, this is just whatever the past thingy was is ending, and this, you're learning from it though. Like the Emperor, like this is me talking about the maturity that you've gained to get this far, and all the crap that you had to go through, and how you chose yourself. You chose having an upward trajectory in your life rather than comfort. The Emperor, in the archetypes, the people who rise to the top actually earn it, unlike in reality where a lot of people that rise to the top are just cutthroat, self-serving. The Emperor earns his position there, and he really is mature and did all the right things to get there. And yeah, I mean that's why the cycle is ending, and that's why you're, you know, setting out, like, new life is happening. New life is happening after the Tower. I don't know. We'll have a third layer for that Emperor too, because I feel like there's more that could be said there. But like I said, later that will be on Patreon. All right, and then we've got the Hermit clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, and that's pretty self-explanatory. So, like, you know, like I said, everything ended. You waffled. The Tower came down. You strategized. This is in the present though. I could read into the Queen of Pentacles falling on the ground. I might be a little bit off. Maybe that's why. I'm not fully getting it. I'm just scratching the surface. But the Hermit is clarifying, or it's validating. The Queen of Pentacles is about having an amazing, stable domestic home life, and the Hermit is you being in it, you being home a lot, like where you're restoring yourself. And then just for me, I'm literally getting iron pumped into my veins, and so I'm hermiting inside my own body and finding that a lot more pleasant. I can breathe now. So that's going on in the present. And then the Queen of Swords, I mean, that's so wild that the cards that end up clarifying the other cards, because so the Queen of Swords we talked about was like getting clarity, and not entertaining the idealism, and like you saw this deceptiveness in the past. The Seven of Swords is deception, lies, manipulation, and deceit. And the Queen of Swords is like every time you get nostalgic and start wishing for the past, the Queen of Swords is like, remember, remember, remember the deception, remember the deceit, remember why it didn't work out. All right, and then we got the Queen of Cups clarifying the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands was like stepping out on faith and knowing that she's going to get what she needs in the future. She's like a master attractor. And the Queen of Cups clarifying that. So it's not just faith and trusting that you will get what you need, but it is manifesting from your heart too. So the Queen of Wands is vision. So what she can dream up, she knows she can create. And the Queen of Cups is saying, like, let's make sure our heart, and I mean, like, wands are fire. So it's a lot of passion and, Leo energy, and Leo rules the heart. The Queen of Cups is like, it's something juicy. Just trying to figure out how to say it, because my heart feels so alive, like burning in a good way right now about the future, all the possibility for the future after getting clarity and leaving crap behind. I don't know. Let me left brain it for a second so right brain can bring it down to earth. Queen of Cups. Do you feel alive right now? Because I do. Compassion, bravery, caring nature. Decisions guided by compassion. Yeah, self-compassion. Oh, low battery, shit. I'm glad it doesn't stop recording now. It used to stop recording way back in the day when you would get that like low battery. Everything feels like symbolism when I'm in this mind state, and I'm mentally fatigued as well and running out of juice. And y'all might be tired of me too. We're at this point. But anyway, yeah, Queen of Cups. So like you're manifesting, you're not putting tons of pressure on yourself for whatever it is you're manifesting. You're being way more like wait and see, whatever will happen, only doing what you can in the moment. Lots of self-compassion, and because of everything you learned in the past, you just like you're letting the past go, but you're also letting go any blame, like, because you don't have to re-experience any of the pain. You have nothing but love. This is in the future, so you might not feel like this right now, but you're on the precipice of it. Yeah, your heart has been super transformed with the world, the world card that's right now, the stuff that's going on right now. Just, you really were brought to your absolute limits. I mean, you got the death card, the tower. You've been through it. You lost what you never thought you'd have to lose. I mean, you knew it, but you're still just in disbelief. And because of that, you're super mature. Like, you have compassion and humility. And yeah, it's a great place to be in the future after learning all these crazy lessons. All right, and then let's get one more card, clarify the Eight of Cups. The last card in the reading. Is it that one? Okay, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. Let me get another one. Is it that one? I have doubts. I'm rushing. I shouldn't be. You don't really have to worry if you pulled the wrong card. It's good to listen to your intuition about it, but the art of tarot is getting impressions and downloads, and you can get anything from anything. So I'm just gonna look at these for a second. Eight of Cups, walking away from something that was very important to you. Like finality, and yeah, you might have always been hoping for something at this season of your life, when like there's seasons every year, like there's winter and then comes the spring, and this Ten of Pentacles is showing that you might be you're getting stuff that is setting you off on like the most stable footing that you could not have even dreamed. And again, I'm reading this for you, not for me, but an example is I never imagined that what was lacking that would make the greatest impact in my life was how low my iron is. And I'm getting 5 IV iron infusions right now. My very first period when I was 13 years old was a month long. When I got pregnant at 16, my doctor noticed I was like severely low iron even then. So God only knows how long I have been low iron my whole life. I blamed it on Kyle, like not like super overtly or anything, but like in my mind. And I'm sure that, he played a role. Like he didn't literally drain my body of iron, but I just think the loss of iron is like a mirror of what was going on externally, feeling drained. And I think Wendy, my stepmom, before him, similar thing, and boyfriends before him all kind of had a similar deleterious effect. And I thought, maybe I'll get a great job. Maybe that'll be what's on the horizon for me. Maybe I'll have a new relationship. No, I'm literally getting my life force back in a way I never thought of before. So this is Ten of Pentacles is stability beyond your wildest dreams. But it's, might be something that you didn't even anticipate would provide you with stability. In my case, it's actual minerals in my bone marrow. And then the Three of Cups is, celebrating, feeling like you're going to have like community, you're going to have new people in your life, or the current people that are in your life will be rooting for you and supporting you in finally arriving on the other side of all of this boo hockey. And you earned it. You've reached a checkpoint. You've earned a life tile. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm very much losing light, so I'm going to throw this on. And if this has resonated with you so far, the link will be in the description. I'm going to pull cards for a third layer, and we're going to get even deeper into this. So if that sounds good to you, check that out. I don't know, I'll probably price it like however much I need to price it to make like $9 on it, something like that. So if that sounds good to you, check it out. And yeah, I hope you like this video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe if you want more tarot readings from me. And I will probably see you next week. Bye.